What's up, brewskis? My name is Marco Dupa. With me, as always, the great and powerful, it's Adam Obesius Rodriguez.
Yeah, buddy.
Tonight's brew is from Victory Brewing. It's the Witty Monkey. And Obi's going to have a little bit more about that after the break. What's on tap for tonight? Well. We got a loaded episode for you guys. But to start off, I wanted to gauge the room a little bit, Obi and you guys, about how you all are going through your day-to-day in this, I don't know, modern media blitz that we all just kind of suffer through at this point. Because I have been struggling, and I want to talk a little bit about that.
Okay.
What else do we got?
We have a new Superman movie.
New Superman?
Not Black Superman.
Black Superman.
But we have a new Superman movie nonetheless, getting good reviews and a lot of buzz, but also fair share of controversy about some things that James Gunn and the team have been saying before the movie came out. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, how we think it may or may not affect the reception overall and box office.
And last but not least, how do you, as a UFC fan, watch the UFC nowadays? Because whether you're right-leaning or left-leaning or somewhere in between, it does not feel like it is a place to just enjoy the sport anymore. So we're going to talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
So we got some stuff to get into.
Not a heavy one.
Yeah, and we got a heavy beer here. So let's get into. Let's start this off right. This is episode 468 of the One Beer In podcast. Boy, oh boy, it's good to know you. Okay. We haven't had something like this in a little while.
Yeah.
It's just fucking candy.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
All right, this is the One Beer In podcast, the podcast where two brews crack open a brew. We see where that one brew takes us. I'm Marco, that's Obi.
Yep.
I remember our names.
Yeah. You got it.
And Obi's going to tell you a little bit more about what we're drinking tonight. Take it away, Obi.
This is the Victory Brewing Co. Witty Monkey Citrus Wheat Ale, 9.5% ABV. And the cold read goes as follows. Witty Monkey, registered trademark, used his clever curiosity to reimagine a citrus wheat ale. Loaded with sweet orange notes, Witty Monkey, registered trademark, is citrusy, balanced, and will have you reaching for new horizons. That sounds like a threat.
Did Victory think that people were going to see Witty Monkey and go, dude, write that down.
That's actually really smart. We need to keep that one.
Yeah. I mean, it's no Voodoo Ranger.
No, certainly not.
But it's up there.
It's a Witty Monkey.
It's a Witty Monkey. Yeah. So, I wanted to start this off by just talking a little bit about what I've been trying to do these past couple weeks, and what is just, I don't know, like what's been weighing me down, I guess. I feel like I've cracked the code on this.
Okay.
Not what to do about it,
sure,
but what the problem.
That's, you say it's the first step, right?
Yeah. And I think it's I care more than I realize about like what's going on at all times ever. And I mean this like, I know that now let me preface this by saying I'm not breaking any new ground here. This is a lot of personal stuff, I guess. I know these are not revelations that people are going to be like, wow, I never really thought about it like that. But like, for example, I have the Ring camera on my phone.
Yeah.
And I just cannot stop myself from like looking at it constantly. Anytime that something pops up, I'm looking at it. Any notification that comes up on my phone, I'm looking at it. And I'm refreshing Instagram constantly. I'm cycling through every social media app that I have. Yeah. I'm going on dating apps over and over and over again. I'm glued to TikTok. I wake up and the first thing that I do is
Tick your talk.
I tick my talk. And then I look at my phone. Actually, I tick my talk while looking at the phone, usually.
Let's be real.
One hand's always free. And I know like it's been years and years of this, so like it's something where you have to you're just programmed to do this shit, right? And not only just programmed to do it, but this like society is programmed to function this way nowadays, right?
Yeah.
So I'm realizing more and more that that's what is infecting my brain. Is because it's mostly negative stuff, right? It's over and over again, negative news.
The negative feedback loop, they call it on social media, where you're fed mostly outrageous, horrific, violent, terrible, outlandish things, and it triggers something in your brain that goes, oh, that's horrible, let me see more.
Right. Yeah. And I know, like, really trying to articulate this. So like the past couple of days, what I've been trying to do is really ease up on a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
And I never used to, like, a notification, if somebody sent me a message on Instagram or something, I would answer that shit almost instantly. Now I've got like 9 or 10 messages backed up because I'm trying really hard. Like, I want to stay in the loop of things. And I guess that's it, right? That's the problem. That's the struggle, is there's no way, it seems to be that there is no way to stay in the loop of things without at least some semblance of a social media presence.
But there has to be a way, right?
That's what I haven't cracked.
There's got to be a way.
That's what's been bothering me. That's what I've been struggling with. That's what I've been trying to figure out, is there has to be a way. So, like, shout out to you. You got me Heat 2 for my birthday, I think, or Christmas.
So. One of those. One of those.
And I was like, this is incredible. I'm going to get to this at some point. Yeah. And then I just never cracked it open.
Sure.
And I was like, that'll be the start. I got to start reading some of these books that I was
going to say, Heat 2 being a book.
Yeah,
the novelization of the hopefully upcoming sequel to Heat.
It's getting cast, so it's happening. It's happening. And I was like, okay, here's what I need to do. I have to put my phone down. I have to walk away from it. So I put it upstairs. I came downstairs. I made a coffee. I sat on my porch and I read. And it felt, for the first like 20 minutes of it, I could feel my brain being pulled. Yeah. Right.
Start getting itchy.
Yeah. And I'm the book is great, by the way. So far, so good. It's cruising right through. Man, and I got to pull it up because he co-wrote it with somebody.
Yeah.
They really, it feels like a screenplay. Yep. The way that the scene is set, and obviously being that it's a sequel to a movie that we both love, it's easy to kind of visualize these characters.
Yeah. The co-writer's Meg Gardner, by the way.
Meg Gardner.
Yeah.
But they do a really good job. So the book is really good. So I'm getting engrossed in the book, and I can slowly start feeling the focus coming back. You know, it's coming back, and I'm in it. Now I'm in it. I'm reading my coffee,
reading the same 2 lines like 5 times because you keep losing it.
You have to keep going, or reading an entire page and going, I don't know what happened. You gotta go
Brain
back.
was somewhere else.
Now I'm in it, and I'm reading, and I'm feeling good about myself.
That's great.
And I get through like 50, 60 pages, and then I'm like, okay, I did like, I don't know, maybe more than that. It was basically about an hour and a half of reading.
That's good. That's very good. I mean, I tend to read in like half hour to hour chunks at a time. So
I don't know how you balance being able to play different games, watch different movies, and read books.
Stuff gets pushed to the back burner sometimes.
Yeah.
So, but I tend to go by nowadays, and this hopefully will help you with your management of social media time and like finding time to do stuff that actually brings you joy, and is less abusive to your brain. I tend to go by, because before I was just a voracious consumer of everything. Now it's more specific because I do have less time to focus on everything that I want to. So I tend to go where my will leads me. So, I mean, for instance, I was going to talk about this later, but I've gotten completely dragged into Death Stranding 2.
Uh-huh.
That's become my new obsession. Now, the only game I ever touch is Death Stranding 2. And probably will be until I beat it.
Yeah.
So, or get to a place where I want to put it down. And then I move on to the next thing that is pulling me. And I never feel that need to finish something if I don't feel like doing it anymore. You know?
Do you get pulled by social media?
All the time. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, it's... For me, though, it's like social media almost fills in the gaps between stuff, you know? Like it's like junk food before I get the actual meal of things.
It feels like for me it's the stuff. And all the other stuff fills in the time that I'm staring at my phone.
I get that completely, and it's easy for it to become that. But I think for me, because I think it used to be the same for me too. And Sherry will tell you that I'm on social media way too much still. But I just think I after tasting the sweetness of actual good stuff, great movies, books, video games, everything that I could be enjoying that is rich and transports me somewhere I actually want to be, or explore, and I'm sitting on my phone on TikTok for an hour instead, like I start feeling gross about it, and like I start feeling the time slip away, and that's why like I can't like take a nap for more than 15 minutes during the day, or else I'll feel like I've wasted time.
Yeah.
And as I've gotten older, the anxiety I have around wasting time has increased. And I can only imagine it'll get worse as time goes on. And you start seeing the end of the road coming for you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, life starts getting more into context of itself and being like, okay, we're not here forever. And, assuming we all live long, healthy lives to the end of our, natural lives, that's still not long enough to do everything I want to, see everything I want to, experience everything I want to, play all the games I want to, read all the books I want to, etc., listen to all the music I want to, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah.
So, it's the old mantra to get busy living or get busy dying.
Get busy living.
So that's why I've picked up the saxophone. That's why I randomly got a trumpet, because I was like, how do that feel? And I want to see, and it's fun. So, I think the key is just not getting consumed by any of it, even if it's good stuff, even if it's, novels, or if it's, art house cinema. Like, if it becomes the only thing you do, it becomes a problem. So for me, it's like, the spice of life thing is true. Like, you gotta dabble in a lot of stuff and go where the interest pulls you. I would say never feel like it's a burden that you have to consume some piece of media, or I have to stay up on this TV show or else I'm going to be lost, so I should do it.
Yeah.
No, like, watch what you want to, play what you want to. And I found that's way more fulfilling than feeling like, well, I have to keep up with the Joneses, or, I started this thing, so I should finish it. It's like, that is only true for, like, work.
Yeah.
But the stuff we're talking about is inherently not work. It is fun.
No, it should be.
It is play. It is leisure. The way I use, like, Twitter nowadays, and again, Sherry will tell you I'm on Twitter all the time and way too often. But the way I use Twitter and TikTok and things like that is, like, it's kind of my life loading screen where I'm like, I just want to zone out for a minute. I'm going to go on there and be brain dead for 15 minutes and then go off to something else.
See, that's the problem. For me, it's so much longer than that.
Yeah.
It's so much longer than that. I've woken up on days where I've woken up early and I have the energy and I'm like, all right, I'm going to do something with my day. But first, let me just get in. Let me just get up a little bit, right? So I'm up and I'm looking at my phone. And I'm just looking at all the stuff that I missed, what happened? Did my friends share anything cool? Did was there an update on the latest, zeitgeisty thing on TikTok?
Right.
And then an hour goes by.
Yeah.
It's so much time, and I'm filling my brain with just gunk. I'm just gunking it up, It just feels like, sludge. Mm-hmm. Doesn't feel like fresh water. It feels like soda. Yeah. It feels like mud.
Yeah. Dried soda.
Yeah.
Sticky.
And it's I don't know, man. I feel like I need a hard reset on stuff like this.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's the only way for me personally. I do want to try to just balance it, just be on my phone a little bit less.
Yeah.
Do, this thing a little bit more.
Yeah.
Work on some music a little bit more.
And there are plenty of things to help you with that. Like, you can literally set timers on your apps and stuff. And, there are ways to remind you of, like, hey, snap out of it. You've spent too much time. But, I understand once you get into that zone where you're just like, scroll. It's like, it's addictive. And it's hard to put down. And
I just, these past couple days, I just feel like I burned them. I feel like I just burned them. Monday I didn't do nothing. I just was up and I played Marvel Rivals all day, and in between playing, in between loading screens, I'm looking at my phone. And anybody who plays Rivals will tell you that the queue, it's like that, because there's so many people still playing that you don't get any time. It's literally just loading screens that are 5-10 seconds, and in between selecting characters, figuring out the comp. I got my phone right there. Yeah. And this guy, I was on mic and I forgot that I had unmuted my mic because I was talking with the last team. Surprise, surprise. They were actually like nice guys and we won, and it was everyone was super positive and they were making calls and stuff. And it's like, wow, we won. Can you imagine that? Very next game, I kind of zone out and I'm looking at my phone, and then I just hear a voice in my ears just go, hey, dude, turn the TikToks off and you're fucking heavy breathing directly into the mic. Mute your mic, bro. Yeah. Mute your mic.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, fuck you, man.
Oh, I'm the asshole now.
I'm like, bro, you could. I said, hey, man, I forgot that I unmuted my mic. You could have just said. You could have said that any other way. Super negative, and it's just like I think everyone's just like on edge right now. Yeah. Everyone's just on edge, and you're trying your best to dull the edge, right? Just take the edge off, like like that meme that's going around.
A little something to take the edge off.
A little something to take the edge off. Yeah. You just need, whatever that thing is.
Well, it's so obviously a modern pacifier for adults and for kids, unfortunately. But it has become everyone's safety blanket.
Yeah.
And that's no good because it is not good for your brain.
No.
I know I sound like an old man when I say that, but it truly isn't. And I mean, to be fair, I do think I am on social media a little too much, but I think my biggest vice is constantly listening to podcasts or YouTube.
Needing like something on.
Always having something on. Even if it's just in the background, not really paying attention to it. Like, that's the other thing Sherry gets on me for, is that I always have like an earbud in when I'm doing stuff that I don't need to like listen to or be checked in on. Well,
I mean, if you're just accomplishing a task. I mean, one thing if you were talking to her and you have an earbud in,
which happens sometimes. I don't mean for it to, but I go
that I can
transition
agree with
from
her
one
on
thing
that.
to the other. The earbud's still in. I may not be listening to anything at the time. Whatever.
Yeah, I can definitely see.
Look, I'm not on trial here, but yes, that's true, and I think that's really where it began. But honestly, now, like, if I don't have some kind of stimuli in my ear at all times, I feel off.
Yeah.
And I feel a little more anxious. And it becomes that is really my pacifier. That's my safety blanket, is like, if I ever want to like not be fully present, I just right in my ear.
Yeah.
Put on a podcast, put on some like 2-hour long, documentary on YouTube about how corn came to America, like stuff like that. And, then I feel better. And it's like, a little something to take the edge off.
See, and I don't get that relief. I'm afraid that I'm not afraid that it's permanent. I'm afraid that the fight is harder to, I feel like I've unbalanced the chemicals in my brain.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid that it is going to be like every year that passes. I mean, I'm going to be 35 next week. You can say happy birthday whenever you want. And I feel like the older I get, the harder it be. It's like working out.
Yeah.
When you're young, you put a couple pounds on that shouldn't be there. You just go for a jog, have a nice shite.
Yeah.
And you've dropped 5 pounds.
Right as rain. Yeah.
Now, it's so much harder. I've put some weight back on, and I've been working out a little bit, and that's why I started watching the UFC again. And we'll get to that. And I feel like it's harder and harder to change things like that.
It is. It certainly is, and it's. I think. I mean, it's hard either way, because a lot of kids that are growing up with, the iPad in their hands, God bless you.
Oh, forget about it. They're done.
How could you?
They are, as they say, cooked.
Cooked.
They're cooked.
Chad, am I cooked?
Big time.
Yeah, I can't even fathom how you disconnect once that has been your entire childhood.
You don't. They don't stand a chance. They really don't stand a chance.
So I think of them and I'm like, that is rough. But at the same time, like you're saying, for our generation, who is, I mean, the pioneers of this social media thing, really.
We started this social media shit.
Unfortunately.
This the motherfucking thanks we get?
Sorry. Destroyed the world.
This the motherfucking apology that we owe you guys?
Yeah, with that, like we said before, we have the knowledge, the sacred knowledge that we can survive without a smartphone in our pockets.
Yeah.
But since we are a bit older, like it has formed our brain in a very specific way, and I know for sure, like, it is a problem, because if I, like you were saying, if I put my phone away for too long, I start getting anxious about it.
Yeah.
And I start wondering what I'm missing out on. And on top of that, it's like I also miss the synapses firing in my brain.
Yeah.
just by opening it up and seeing the screen light up and opening the app and looking for notifications and seeing what the feed is saying and sharing memes. Like that stuff feels way better than it seems like it would on paper.
Yeah.
But
and you don't want to become like a weird recluse.
Sure.
Not on social media. It's, when people take social media breaks, that's one thing. But being like, I don't have any of it. It's like, well, how do you engage with anything anymore?
Yeah.
How do you? I guess you have to actually call people. And
I've asked my brother because
he
is one of those people. He's Gen Xer, who has completely sworn off social media. Never had it. He claims he never will. And the way that he communicates with his friends is just literally their chat. That's it.
Yeah, but see, he's not a good example because he's older than us. He is Gen X.
Yeah.
So he's even like our generation, we grew up with all of this stuff. He was already old enough to look at it from a distance.
Right. And be like, nah, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. So like if he was,
But his friends have social media, which is the thing.
But he doesn't have the call to it because why would he? Facebook and MySpace and Instagram and all this stuff developed as our adult brains were developing. Yeah. This is how
we were molded by it. He merely adapted it.
And he, he didn't get it until he was
in his 20s. Yeah.
And by then it was merely social media to him.
Yeah.
And it wasn't important as far as it, for us, it was like, that's how you developed relationships. That's how you, I've dated people through social media. Like
it meant a very important social thing when you were in high school or even middle school.
Right.
Like it meant something. It was important to you as a kid growing up.
Right. And that's the difference is it
to your
wasn't,
social standing, I should say.
Yeah. He had a social, he had a group, he had a his own like society.
Yeah.
That didn't need all of that stuff. So
he had a beeper.
So they can adopt that stuff later. It's like when your dad gets on social media.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, sure. Yeah.
What that dog doing?
My dad has an Instagram, okay? And he sends me memes and stuff, and it's like, I didn't even think that you laughed. Yeah. Let alone will laugh at this and think that I would find it funny.
Quick side story here. My mom, she is on social media, and she sends me like videos on Instagram all the time.
That's funny.
I don't understand why parents are so attracted to this specific type of video, but it is the America's Funniest Home Video style like clip compilation of dogs doing something funny or kids doing something funny,
people getting scared,
people slipping, things like that.
Yeah.
And there's always the audio behind it that's not part of the actual video of people like going like every single time. And I can't stand it. I can't stand it.
You just get like, who invited this guy, man?
Yeah.
What? It's just all like random noises and
bonk. But the wheezy laugh is the one that I'm always like,
man, that's so funny. That's so funny. And they don't hear it. They just they look right past it. That's why they get fucking tricked by AI all the time.
And it has like the smiley face emoji on the side, like the crying smiley face emoji on the side.
Or like
it's funny. You're supposed to laugh at it.
Yeah,
just so you know.
Or it's like a random. I've seen now some where it's like random watermarks. Like I saw one that was just Peter Griffin as a watermark, and I'm like, well, what does that have to do with it?
It's like drugs. They have to stamp it with something.
Like, bro, you didn't do. What did you do?
Put that watermark in it.
It's crazy, man. Have you seen? I don't know if it was. I know it was. Not Jon Stewart. John Oliver. I think it was the AI slop episode where he talks about how people on like TikTok.
Yeah.
Like he showed a video where a guy was explaining how to create like an AI slop video.
Yeah, they sell classes to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the things that he did was just go to one of these websites like ChatGPT or something. He fed it a prompt, and he was like, "Tell this story. Tell a funny story about meeting a girl and messing it up."
Yeah.
And then he would take that and then just superimpose it onto a clip of like Subway Surfers.
One day I was.
Yeah, and it's one of those videos, and it's a made up story.
Yeah.
And it's on Subway Surfers, and then you're scrolling through TikTok, and that's the kind of shit that you linger on because for some reason that's like candy for your brain. Yeah. It's like Candy Crush for your fucking brain. It's like it just unlocks something. It just hits something.
It's like the EDM glove people that dance
they just
in front
get
of
right
you.
in your face, and they just start doing it, and you're like, I don't know why I'm locked in, but I am.
This is great. I love this.
That's the kind of shit that, even like 2 or 3 years ago, I would be so adverse to it.
Yeah.
And now I just don't know why.
The filter turned off in your brain. Now all the trash is coming in.
It's just getting in.
Yeah.
And I need to board the walls back up.
Yeah.
And I think that that's something that as I turn 35, I know you see the grays here. See that? My mom told me I need to dye my hair. And I was like, Ma, the only thing that makes someone look older
is dyeing their hair.
is fighting age.
At least men. Women, they look good dyeing their
because
hair.
Because they go to a salon, they spend hundreds of dollars.
Sure.
They put the work.
They don't get the Rogaine. And
men don't do that.
Just
men
for
go
men.
to fucking Publix and grab a Just for Men.
Yeah.
And they think that stupid little brush is gonna work.
Right.
That's what Mom told me to do. She was like, just do it like real subtle, and I'm like, I'm not. No.
Not gonna happen.
I'm not gonna look like fucking George Clooney. Like middle-aged George Clooney.
He had to do that for a role.
I know.
Well, it's not his fault.
And I know he came out and he was like, no. This is who I am.
I know it's bad. I know it's bad. I don't like it.
No, I'm accept all the grays that come in. Every time I see somebody that I haven't seen in a long time, they're like, especially because my hair is long.
Yeah.
They see the grays much easier than when it's shaved.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, you really a lot more gray than the last time I saw you. I'm like, cool, man.
Thanks.
And it really is, I think, the thing that ages me the most is having the gray hair. Because even people who don't know me will still, and it's very flattering, I still get assumed to be in my late 20s, which is always nice. Yeah. It's always flattering. But the gray hairs are making it so that people are going like, I don't know.
Something's off here.
30?
Yeah.
31? I'm like, it's not what I am, but it's damn fucking close.
Close enough.
So I think in this new year, for me specifically, that is what I'm going to try to focus on, is reading more. I know this is, again, not breaking any new ground here, but trying to read more, trying to be on social media less. I do think that I need to do something drastic, which, like, just not being on it, period, is the only thing that I could think that is going to... I don't think that right now I am strong enough to just look at it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, what have you, and then put it down. I need to just straight up go, I'm not doing it today.
Yeah.
And unless it's an emergency, which it never is when it's on social media.
Never is the social media.
I think I can just get it off my phone or just put the phone down.
What might help wean you off in those times where you're like social media blackout is finding other sources of information. Like if you just want to keep up to date with like sports or news.
Yeah.
There are places for that you don't have to engage with in the same way you do with social media.
Yeah.
That are just, they'll post the information there and you read it and you keep it moving.
Do you think I need to go on Instagram and announce that I'm do you think it's still worth it anymore? I don't think anybody gives a fuck.
You know how I feel about those.
I know. That's why I brought it up.
You don't have to. You don't got to say. I mean, like, I would message the people who you're in contact with often and just be like, hey, text me.
That's true. I should let people know, like, hey man, I'm not going to see these DMs, so don't use this as a source of.
Yeah.
If you want to send me a funny meme, just send it to me through text.
Save the image and send it to me in text, please.
But even that's so much more work now. That's the other thing. I'll get off this topic very, very quickly. But it is funny that social media has built itself to be that easy now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you see something funny, you're like, oh, I know who will find this funny.
Yeah.
And it's boop, boop, boop.
Yep.
Gone. You
Sent.
know?
Yep.
If you actually had to copy the link, go find my name in your text thread, paste the link.
Again, God forbid, hold on to the image until you get the option to save it to your roll, and then find the image in your photos and click it.
No way.
And then find the person you want to send it to.
That is too, well, listen to you right now.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's like clipping something out of a newspaper.
I mean, what are you, a serial killer?
A ransom note.
You create a ransom.
The different letters.
Are you a kidnapper?
Yes.
So yeah, I mean if you guys want to know, I'll keep us updated on stuff.
Yeah.
How we're doing with that.
I think it is especially hard for us when so much of our show is about current events.
Yeah.
So
that definitely doesn't help.
That's why I say, like, there has to be a way to do it, because I'm sure there are plenty of podcasters, very successful ones out there, who feel the same way you do.
Yeah.
And want to stay off social media, but also have to stay up to date with stuff.
Yeah.
So
I think the first thing I'll do is maybe just remove the apps from my phone.
Yeah.
So that I can still go on my phone, like read the news and stuff.
Sure.
But not have to get it through social media.
Well, I know some people, they remove the apps, all social media apps from their phone, but then if they want to check it out, they go on their, desktop.
Yeah.
And make it that much harder for them to do it, but it's still available.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, a friend of mine, he has a work iPad where he keeps social media. And that's the only place that he sees it.
On the work iPad?
Yeah. So he's a barber. So he has a work iPad.
I see.
And when he gets in, he can look at it while he's at work. But once
Yeah.
he gets home,
it's gone.
He doesn't have it on his
It's
actual
good.
phone.
It sounds healthy.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Shout out to Mick. He's the one who got me right. You know what I'm saying? Good.
Oh, you didn't say it was Mick the Barber.
It was Mick the Barber.
Wow.
It's Mick the Barber.
I love his merch.
He's got good merch. He's talking about doing colorways.
Oh.
Hopefully. You should do it if you're listening.
I would take one.
All right. Let's move on.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Okay.
It's even more depressing news. Well, good and
No.
bad. It's good.
It's not depressing.
Good. Well, some of it's a little depressing.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe.
It's par for the course for this stuff now.
Yeah.
But, well, let's get into it.
Okay, so the year is 2025, and we have a new Superman movie, simply called Superman.
Superman. It's not like Superman Reborn.
No.
Superman Born Again. Superman the gun version. No. Superman Reloaded.
Oh.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I saw a lot of these first, social media reviews for the new Superman movie. You know how they usually do, okay, there's an embargo that lifts first for social media, and then the official embargo for all critics gets lifted after that. Well, that happened with this movie, and, 2 or 3 of the social mediaites, they posted something along the lines of James Gunn doesn't misfire or something to that effect. I'm like, yuck.
Boo.
Yuck. It's clear you planned this line for months,
Right.
and
Had
it's
it written.
still bad.
So it was going to be James Gunn misfired
Right.
if it sucked.
Right,
But then they just
doesn't
doesn't
misfire.
misfire.
Okay, so yes, James Gunn's long-awaited
James Gunn
Superman.
blows a hole in the door with how good this Superman movie is.
James Gunn blows a hole through the door with Superman 2025. This movie has been long anticipated, and it is the first major motion picture of the new DCU, now run and designed by James Gunn and one other guy that I always forget.
Yeah.
And critics seem to be really into it. I have the Rotten Tomatoes pull up right now. It's at 84% with 196 reviews. So it seems like that's kind of where it will be. mid 80s. The popcorn meter of verified reviews from us normal folk is actually at a 96.
That's crazy.
You don't usually see that.
No.
Especially with superhero movies.
No, they usually... It's one or the other. It's usually like flipped. Like people love it and the movie fucking sucks. Or the critics love it and people are like, nah, terrible.
Yeah. So the critics' consensus, according to RottenTomatoes.com, is, quote, pulling off the heroic feat of fleshing out a dynamic new world while putting its champion's big, beating heart front and center. This Superman flies high as a man of tomorrow grounded in the here and now.
Cool.
So, yeah, I mean, pretty glowing reviews overall. However, before, I think maybe in like last week, so about a week before the movie came out, James Gunn and others were, of course, doing the
press run.
Press run, yes, the press run, doing lots of interviews. You've probably seen them on YouTube, the Variety, Ask Whatever stuff.
Yeah.
And
who does the Google one? It's like a computer magazine or something.
There's a GQ one, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, there is a GQ one, but it's not the same as when they like have the cue cards and it's like, does James Gunn? Yeah, that one.
Oh, what is that one?
I don't remember.
Wired?
Wired.
Wired?
It's Wired.
Wired autocomplete.
That's what it is. Nice.
Yes, we
nice.
got there.
Wired.
We got there. But yeah, they've been doing all those.
GQ does the one where they're
sitting next to each other, right?
Well, it's the one where they go. Well, they can be sitting next to each other, but they are the ones who are famous for the, iconic roles thing where they go through and they talk about their biggest roles.
I just saw John Cena's.
Oh yeah,
that was really good.
Yeah, Cena.
Really good. He talks about the Marine.
Which is fun. Oh man, I need to see that. You know, the only reason that I know that they have a movie coming out, him and Idris Elba, is because of this press run that they're on.
Yeah,
I had no idea that this movie even existed.
I think it's already out. I think it's on Amazon.
Is it?
Yeah, and people are saying it's really good.
Well, because Cena has been like in wrestling these past couple months.
Yeah,
he is the current champion.
Yeah.
So he's
doing
a
little busy.
Yeah, so I'm really surprised. But it does make sense to do like a streaming service movie and then be able to promote it whenever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Or not promote it at all.
Or not promote it at all.
Yeah.
But they know when they got a good one on their hands.
Yeah.
They're like, this is the one.
Yeah. Okay, so they've been doing all that, the entire press junket, and during that, James Gunn, very outgoing and vocal James Gunn, said something that got some of the right wing in America upset. And I'm going to read off of Forbes because they seem to have collected a lot of the key facts, if you will. They've even written it out here. I'll read the key facts for you. And this is written by Connor Murray. Gunn, writer-director of Superman and co-CEO of DC Studios, told the Sunday Times over the weekend the superhero movie is, quote, the story of America, stating it is about, quote, an immigrant that came from other places and how, quote, basic human kindness is a value and is something we have lost, end quote. Gunn's comments were swiftly criticized by right-wing commentators, including Kellyanne Conway, who said in Fox News segment... Let me finish. Who said in a Fox News segment Monday, people, quote, don't go to the movie theater to be lectured to and to have somebody throw their ideology onto us, end quote. Fox News host Jesse Waters joked Superman's cape reads MS-13, the name of an international gang designed by United States as a foreign terrorist organization, and he questioned whether Superman is, quote, from Uganda, end quote, and whether he is a, quote, if there is a, quote, love scene with Batman and Robin, end quote. During the Fox News segment, a chyron on the screen read, quote, super woke. Other right-wing commentators like Ben Shapiro, Tim Pool, and widely followed right-wing X-accounts like End Wokeness piled onto the criticism in social media posts and YouTube videos, making Superman the latest movie deemed, quote, woke, to be targeted by conservative critics. So,
this is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about. This kind of stuff that like normal human beings don't talk like this. This is social media stuff. This is stuff. Yeah. This is stuff to rattle you. This is stuff to like, fry your brain and get you angry and get a reaction out of you, so that you go on to their pages and you scream into the void, or maybe you are a psycho and you agree with these people. Sure.
But I have to believe that isn't the majority of people, even conservatives.
Well, very clearly it's not, because the movie is it out?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's today's one? Okay, so Thursday will be the like preview.
Yes. Which I've got tickets to.
To the Thursday preview? You son of a bitch.
I'm so excited.
Man,
so
you're
excited.
so lucky.
So excited.
I have to go to work.
I know. I would have invited you otherwise.
Such bullshit. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. I'll go see it. Well, you can see the preview, and then if it's good enough, we'll go again.
Okay. Deal.
Because I want to go see it in theaters.
Superman. Yeah. No, it seems like I went ahead and splurged for the IMAX.
Nice.
In Waterford.
Yeah. So you kind of splurged.
Wait. Yeah. One of those.
Okay. Wow. How did we get here, man?
I don't know.
Superman, black or otherwise.
Superman.
James Gunn is not saying anything new or novel or even remotely controversial.
Not even about Superman.
Well, just period, sure. But about Superman's story specifically, that's what it's always been. It's literally always been that. There's never been a change. And I'm just, I really, really try my hardest to not insult people on the other side of the aisle. Mm-hmm. I have people that I know who are on that side. Yeah.
We both have family members who are on the other side.
I have people who I've been friends with in life.
Not in death.
Not in death.
That's where it ends.
So I try really, really hard to not be like a condescending leftist, progressive, like,
You don't want to come off like an asshole.
Basically.
Yeah.
But when it comes to stuff like this, I don't know how else to say it. But you're a fucking jackass if you agree with any of this or see any kind of like.
What's the problem?
Huh?
What's the problem with what he said?
With what? Who?
With what James Gunn said?
Exactly. What is the? You have to, and I would love for someone to explain to me how this isn't the case. You would have to have a tremendous amount of hate in your heart for just the idea of immigrants to have any kind of reaction to what James Gunn said other than, that's the only way that you can react to that.
Well, to be fair, there are people who are taking pictures in front of Alligator Alcatraz and buying merch.
And what I'm saying is, those people are psychos. They're psychopaths.
Yeah.
They are the bottom of my shoe. They are scum.
Yeah.
And if you believe that you are a reasonable person, a smart person, a rational person, and you agree with those people,
or a good American,
or a good
person,
what I'm saying is, if you agree with those people, you are not. You may think that you are, but you are not. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Is I know that there are people out there who believe these things. I don't think Jesse Waters does. I don't think the people who go on TV.
Of course not.
I don't think that they.
Of course not. Nope.
But I believe that there are people. I see them. I see them on TikTok. I see them online.
They are peddlers of that, though.
Sure. And I'm not absolving them at all. I mean, they
are, in my opinion, even worse.
Right.
Because they know better.
Yeah.
They know better. There are people out there that are brain broken and, either don't have the faculties or have been so corrupted by fear and hatred of the other, or, have had bad experiences that have shaped their lives to a place where they don't see clearly anymore. I don't know your life, but there are people who are making money off of you.
Yeah.
Because you are so, I guess, susceptible to that kind of language and corruption.
Yeah. I don't... And with this new Superman, for instance, like... It's not even like... I mean, James Gunn is very clearly, left progressive guy.
But also a guy that doesn't clutch his pearls. He got in trouble I thought comedy was legal.
Yeah, I mean he almost lost the job of a lifetime over it. Until people were like,
He came up in the Tromaville people,
Yeah.
making the most exploitative of exploitation movies in the 80s and 90s.
But the thing is, people nowadays, and it's been the last couple of years, have very short-term memory now. If you are not doing the right-wing grift right now, they will turn on you.
Sure.
They turned on fucking Candace Owens.
Yeah.
They're turning on Tucker Carlson because he had the gall to question someone like that fat fucking probably Zodiac killer Ted Cruz.
Who is also on vacation right now.
While people are dying in his state.
Yes.
While they are recovering bodies.
Hundreds dead. Yeah. Yeah.
But hey, don't let something silly like a natural disaster and hundreds of your constituents dead stop you from kicking off them cowboy boots and having yourself a time.
Yeehaw.
You have to... I feel like I feel like there are ways that people can be too far left, for sure.
Yeah,
there's a lot of pearl clutching on the far left as well.
Yeah,
there's a lot of
or
crazy,
flat out radical bullshit.
Yeah,
that
absolutely
hurts everyone.
And I think that those people need to take a long, hard look in the mirror as well. But with something like this is what James Gunn said is so centrist. If this was 5-10 years ago, it wouldn't have even registered on the radar.
It wouldn't have been a blip.
It wouldn't have happened.
Nothing.
No one. We wouldn't even know who. It wouldn't have been a thing.
Is it controversial to call America the melting pot of the world?
It is now. It is
That's
now.
Incredible.
It is now.
Unbelievable.
And that's the problem. Like that used to be the thing. That was what we were proud of. That's why Americans used to be like, we don't have a central culture. We have everyone's culture.
Right.
That's what's so beautiful about living in America.
Yes.
Is that you can walk the street and you could pass a Vietnamese person, a Guyanese person, a Puerto Rican person. You could and
watch them fight.
UFC 320. Battle of Nations.
You got to throw a Brazilian in there for doing that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, Brazilians and Dagestanis. And they'll just
absolutely.
they'll just run the tournament.
Yeah.
That was something that was so normal. It was so normal that it wasn't even worth talking about. It was so normal. And now, and like with this Superman, for instance, it is... What's the craziest part about this one is that it is so non-controversial. They picked a white dude.
Right.
They got a white lady for Lois Lane.
Right up the middle.
They have,
Perry White's black though, so
yeah, but he was black in the other one too.
That's true.
So
it's true. It's true.
As long as
That barrier's already been broken.
Yeah. Once you've
gone black, you don't go back. Yeah. So I've heard.
Oh my God, you're a fucking psycho.
Pull it together.
This movie, for all intents and purposes, I mean, until we see it, obviously, it may be like something, who knows? I don't know what kind of agenda they put in the movie.
Sure.
But for all intents and purposes, right now,
on paper,
yeah, it is exactly the kind of movie that these people have been hearkening for.
Yeah.
For the past couple years.
Yes.
And it is just so the grift is so obvious at this point that I am just so disappointed by people who still fall for it. I know when I go on TikTok and I see the beach blonde, bad built bodies on there who fall for this kind of thing that they were always going to. And that's, you just can't fight that.
Well, because they want to. And it's like already prescribed for them to run that script. So it doesn't matter if it is like the most middle of the road, the most milquetoast, like uncontroversial thing. What it would take for them to not say anything about it or to actually like cheer it on is something on the level of racism, sexism, a reversal of cultural values, and in overt way.
Right.
And actually, the more I think about it, I don't think there's anything that would keep them from reacting to it. They would react to it anyway.
Yeah.
There's no way they wouldn't. So it would go one way or the other because they are reactionaries, and that's what the entire grift is about.
Right.
So there is no universe in which they don't say something about it. But what it would take for them to say something good about it is so like beyond the pale that it would never happen. Mm. And there's a lot of people out there that just want to be angry, and they only consume things that make them angry and continue to perpetuate their worldview that they should be angry or scared. And the two go hand in hand, as Yoda says. So
you're just on one today.
Witty monkey's really getting to my head.
Those people, though, I can understand because again, like everything that you said, it is literally built for them.
Yes.
The people that I'm disappointed in are the people again
who have a brain, and a conscience,
and believe in something.
Yeah.
Those are the people that I'm like, you cannot be falling for this. You cannot be susceptible to this. This is so. You should be watching Jesse Waters on there and being like, well, this is ridiculous. Like what he's saying is not funny. Like this is a waste of a segment. I want to hear. Like I want him to really go after.
I wonder what Gutfeld has to say about this.
Oh man, what does Gutfeld have to say?
Gutfeld.
Fuck, man. We should subscribe. We should tap in.
We'll tune in tonight. Maybe
we'll tap into to Gutfeld.
Some Gutfeld.
So it's just disappointing because every time that we do this stupid little song and dance, it's the same fucking notes over and over again. And I'm like, when are you gonna pick a new song? Just do something different with this whole thing.
You know, I will say I do think that the tide is shifting in an unpredictable way.
That's I don't know how hopeful that is.
It's not hopeful. I'm not saying it's hopeful. I'm saying change is happening in real time. And I'm not sure it is. I'm not sure which way the wind is going to blow and how things are going to end up, but I do know things are not going to be this way forever because they never are.
Yeah.
But with the major shifts in specifically the right wing and somewhat the left wing too, I think this dynamic will be changing sooner than later. To which way, to which degree, how will that reflect in cultural norms and values? I don't know. Too early to tell. But I will say it's not going to be like this for very long, given the stuff with Epri Jeffstein and you know, Elon now going back after
the Jeffstein stuff though. That's not good.
It's not. But I'm saying now there's a bit of a rift.
Oh, I see what you're saying. With the way that they're handling it versus the way that the rest of us, even those of us who are on the right, are like, whoa, hold on a minute.
There's a MAGA rift. There's a conservative rift of people saying like, this was one of the major things that we were putting you in charge to expose.
Right.
Like what? Huh?
And it was like a home run until
they
probably cracked the file open and he walked in and was like, Close it back up.
Put it in the
Close it
incinerator.
away. All I can tell you is you don't want to read. You don't want to keep reading. Don't read.
The details.
Don't get to page 26.
I've highlighted it for you.
Salacious details in there. Actually do read it and tell me what you think. The things that I've done, the things that I did, not good, not good.
Maybe the things that I will do.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
It's like his Darth Vader breathing.
Why is he all bottom? Is that just what happens when you get older? You just your energy just starts to like gravity pulls your face down, but does gravity also like pull the energy of your speech pattern
to hell.
down?
It drags you to hell.
Drags you to hell.
Yeah.
And the more and more you just start talking down here,
You know,
and that's the only thing that matters is your exposed gums.
I do think he's always had a bit of that like that jaw thing going where he had the lower teeth exposed, but it's definitely gotten worse over time. You watch like young clips of him in the 90s, didn't have it as much.
No, for
Not
sure.
nearly as
Well,
much.
in the 90s, he was a slick talker. He was
Quick.
He talked really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was the like quintessential New York businessman.
Yes.
And I think when he got into politics, somebody probably told him you need to slow it down and you need to talk to the people. So that's probably why he. Yeah, they did.
They probably told him like to think about it more before he spoke.
They probably told him that, but I don't think he does.
No, certainly not.
Or maybe he has so many things that he's thinking about, and none of them have anything to do with the topic at hand.
Yeah.
And then just like
That's how
dumps
he
it all.
He judos the topic into something else.
What did he call it?
Oh, yeah.
Weaving?
Weaving. I think it was weaving. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
I think he's losing his mind.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is that spell is wearing off, is what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
And
Yes.
What will come after that could be worse.
Yeah.
Could be better, but could be worse. Yeah. So, I don't know, but I just want to say the current discourse is a little silly on face value.
Yeah.
Regardless of your morals, your ethics, your political leanings. And I will say, I do think it is telling that, first of all, the critical reviews are good, and they wouldn't be swayed by this, obviously, because they're all lefties, they're all commies, pinko swine. But that the sort of user reviews are so positive, and most of the discourse online that I've seen, like from YouTubers, even more conservative YouTubers, have been like, at worst, like it's a little clunky, but it's still pretty good. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like, again, the spell's wearing off. I don't think that this is now becoming... I'm not sure, especially with a predominantly white cast and a white hero who is inherently instilled with American values, though it's truth, justice, and the...
American way?
No, not anymore.
Oh, they changed it?
I think it's the human way.
Truth, justice, and the human way?
Something like that.
See, now that's woke.
There you go.
Finally, something we can all agree on.
P.U.
It's
Stinky.
the American way.
Yes.
And also staring at women's panties through their clothes. He does do that in the first movie.
When that happened, honestly, I was like, that's crazy.
Well, she wanted it, though. That's the thing.
This movie...
They were flirting back and forth. It was... The sexual tension was, you could cut it with a knife.
Yeah. Superman 1 with Christopher Reeve is a super horny movie. Incredibly horny movie.
He's like, move out of the way of that lead. I need to see your pussy.
I went, oh, good heavens.
Oh, great heavens.
Yes.
Yeah,
Christopher Reeve, what a babe.
Oh, babe and a half.
Yeah.
Babe and a
Great
half.
movie. Great movie, by the way. Go back and rewatch it.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is somewhere where I can tell you, quintessentially, that the spell has not been broken.
Okay.
And that is the UFC.
Ah.
That is mixed martial arts. I was trying to watch UFC 316. UFC 316.
I was going to say.
And
because Dana White said so.
Dude, I mean, the missed opportunity.
Oh, my God.
He wasn't there. They didn't make a joke about
They're
it.
part of the same company now.
Exactly.
Come
I don't
on.
know how they couldn't just fly him in. Just
Imagine a Stone Cold UFC collab merch shirt. Are you kidding me?
probably would have had to get it. I'm sorry. Probably would have had to get it. Can
I
you
would've
imagine
gotten it.
the glass breaking?
Oh, my God.
In the mid, like the middle of the broadcast, a couple of fights have gone on. You haven't hit the main event yet. Then you just hear. Bam, he comes out. I mean, that place would have fucking erupted just for him to be like, UFC 316 says, "I just whipped your ass."
What?
TKO Group, Dana White, what? Tequila, what?
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, what? Abu Dhabi, what? I'll collect any cash, any check, you write it, I'll cash it. What?
Disappearing journalists. What?
What? No, they didn't do that. What they did was wheel out Donald Trump and his entourage and then cut to him conservatively every 30 seconds. I mean, reaction shots.
But did he do his little dance?
No. Well, I didn't finish I didn't watch I had already watched the main the main event, Marab and O'Malley. I'd watched clips of it, and I already obviously know who wins.
Sure.
So I watched most of the main card without that. But no, he didn't do his little dance.
Disappointing.
And nobody else did his dance either. So that's also a little disappointing.
You got to do the dance.
You got to do the dance. I mean, if you're gonna shook and jive for him, you might as well shook and fucking jive.
Look, if you're gonna be there, if you're gonna show up, gotta do the dance.
Do the dance. Do the dance, puppet. Dance for your master.
Macho man.
And I don't know, man. It just, I know people are gonna listen to this and call me a special little snowflake, and that's okay. I like combat sports. I like fighting. Not in real life. Well, I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. I don't know. I have a lot of repressed anger.
Only when you win.
Yeah. I don't want to lose a fight.
No.
I like fighting as an idea. I like martial arts.
Yeah.
I've said this a million times. You
Grew
do as well.
Grew up watching martial arts movies and grew up watching UFC. Had the old VHS tapes.
Yep.
Rented UFC 1 many a time
There you
from
go.
Blockbuster.
So this is not novel for us, and I think that Dana White would be surprised at how many left-leaning or lefty progressive little snowflakes like to watch the UFC. I think he would be genuinely shocked because the things that he has done, especially in the past like 5 years, to essentially alienate anybody who doesn't like fully subscribe to like what he believes, the effort that he has made to do that, if he knew how many people he was, I mean, it's probably not reflective in the scorecard, if you will.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I don't think he has changed his ways because it hasn't affected him enough where it matters.
Right. If it affected his bottom line, then you would see some kind of subtle change.
Yeah.
And it hasn't. And I'm sure that the fact that he's leaned into his friendship with Donald Trump has probably helped his bottom line.
Absolutely. Well, and the thing is, I don't want people to come off thinking like we don't realize Dana White is legitimate friends with Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Like they like each other.
1,000%. Like they're
And-
actual friends. That's very clear.
They get along swell.
And it's also clear that Dana White supports and believes in the stuff that Trump campaigned on.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that's never been the issue.
No, they are ideologically aligned. And
we've been watching the UFC despite that for years.
Sure,
it's
absolutely.
clear that Dana White has felt this way for years. That's not a surprise.
And not only so one thing, I think a lot of it does have to do with the fact that Trump was pushing for UFC to continue through COVID. And
yeah, that was a big thing. That was a big
saved
thing.
his ass. That saved the UFC's ass.
Yeah.
And so I think that solidified their friendship and their partnership, really.
Well, it definitely solidified the fact that like Dana White seems to feel like he owes Trump.
Absolutely. I think he realizes that like Trump was a champion for the UFC when things were uncertain.
Yeah.
And I think that has bought him a lifelong friendship with Donald Trump.
Yeah. Until he fucks up, or until he disagrees with Trump, and then all of that goes out the window. It only takes one.
But I'm saying there's a long leash when it comes to what Trump can do, but not so much for what Dana White can do. But again, I think they're ideologically, in cahoots.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I think inherently the culture of combat sports is conservative leaning. I think it always has been, and probably always will be.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of people, and I don't want to generalize either person on either side, but I will say that like a lot of right-wing people will get into fighting because they like the idea of fighting. They like
hyper masculine.
Yeah.
Tough guys.
Being a fighter.
The idea of being a fighter.
And I think a lot of left-wing people, they get into it with the idea of like there's something special about martial arts, and there's also like you want to defend yourself and you want to understand things a little bit more, and there's like a philosophical idea to it. I've never I could be wrong, but I've never seen a lot of right-wing people talk about the philosophy of martial arts and what it means for mind, body, and spirit and things like that. It's just like, I'm good at this, and I win fights, and I'm going to continue this because I'm a warrior. I have that warrior spirit.
Yeah.
And that's as far as it goes. Again, not to generalize. And however you get into it, I do think that Dana has kind of left us out, hung us out to dry.
Yeah.
Because you talk about the leash that Dana has given to Trump. We have given the UFC and Dana White the longest leash that you would ever give to a bald wife-beating piece of shit. We straight up just should not consume the content at all.
No,
if we had any morals. No.
And he doesn't. He doesn't pay his fighters well enough. And
there's so many things wrong with the way that he runs the company, with who he is as a person, everything.
Yeah,
and still, but it's also the NFL of combat sports, right? So like you're gonna.
What are you gonna do?
The guy at the top is a piece of shit, but what are you gonna do to stop him?
Right.
And
they keep absorbing all these smaller leagues,
right?
And stuff.
So they're taking all of the shit. You think that you're gonna get away from this? No, because he's gonna buy up Bellator, and he's gonna buy up Strike Force.
Right.
He's going to buy up everything that he can.
Pride's already gone.
He probably will own one at some point.
Yeah.
I just don't imagine him not owning it at some point.
Did they buy like a kickboxing league too or something? I forget.
Maybe. I don't know. They own slap boxing. Not slap boxing, but slap sport, slap league, slap face.
Who gives a shit? I'm so tired of seeing that on social media.
I've blocked it. I've blocked it all. I don't see it anymore.
But they were posting off of UFC, like the main UFC account. And I saw other people, like, I clutched my pearls when I saw it on the main UFC account. And I read the comments underneath it, and people were like unanimously like, get the shit off of my feed.
And I don't know why it's stuff like that, dude, that makes me it gives me I'm like, Dana White clearly has no kind of awareness.
No.
He has to have like a team of handlers who are like, don't do this, don't do that, do that. And this one, the slap league or whatever the fuck it's called, that one is like a crazy. That's like his baby. That's the thing that he really, really likes.
Yeah.
You know, you can always tell when a company has a thing where like the CEO,
he really wants to make it happen,
right?
Yeah.
And it's clear, that despite everything that everyone has said, it's a thing that they're just going to push forward with.
Yeah.
And the slap fighting thing is Dana's baby. It's so clear that he finds it hilarious and awesome.
I don't get it.
because he's a bad person. And that's the kind of stuff that bad people watch and go like, they slap each other and this guy got knocked out and this guy didn't get knocked out. Isn't that hilarious?
Russian roulette championship.
That guy's brain is all over the floor. It's crazy. Anyway, move on to the next guy. Bring the next guy. Yeah. I wonder for you guys, does any of this even matter to you? Does it change the way that you engage with this stuff? Because I also wonder, I genuinely wonder about my right-leaning fans and friends.
Yeah.
The people that jump into our comment section and say shitty things. I wonder about you guys as well. When you watch the UFC broadcast now, when you watch pay-per-views, you don't get even a little tired. I mean, maybe if you're like a huge fan of Trump, it's awesome to see him over and over and over again, and to see like the fighters go out there and like dap him up and stuff like that. So maybe this is a moot question.
Yeah.
But I still wonder, like, you don't get even a little tired of it. I mean, it doesn't change the way that you engage with this at all. I'm genuinely curious.
I'm trying to. I am right there with you, and that's the people I really want to have the conversation with, because, you know, my brother is slightly right to me, but is still a liberal, I would say. Liberal, independent.
Liberal. That's what they.
And he's a big UFC guy. He's
center-left centrist.
Center-left centrist, yes, I think is accurate. But he's the one who I grew up, you know, watching UFC with since its inception, literally. And I've talked to him about it a little bit, and in kind of a jokey way. And like, you know, did you see the Trump rally at the latest UFC? And he's like, yeah. And he doesn't like Trump, but I think he would be more receptive to that being there, given, you know, he's kind of a bro and he is a huge combat sports fan. But even he's like, I like, if I ever watch it not live, I fast forward through all of it, and it's almost impossible to avoid. And I don't like. I'm trying to put myself in the position of someone who is even like a you know, dyed in the wool MAGA person, and watching Trump get wheeled out to these things almost every single event. How that would make me feel, and the closest I could kind of come to as a left-leaning guy is like, what if they did that with Obama?
Yeah. If he like really liked fight sports, or I mean, we know he likes basketball. So if like every single game that you turned on, not only did they feature him in the crowd, but like
his cabinet,
he had his whole crew, and he had a walkout too.
Yeah.
Like the teams got introduced. And then Obama got introduced, and they played like the Chicago Bulls, like, and he comes walking out.
I think I'd get annoyed.
I think I think at some point you would get tired of it.
I think
at some
I would
point you would be like, all right, man, enough is enough.
I would feel like it's diminishing returns, because it's like there's only so many times that if he came out once, like for a the 250 event or something.
Yeah, well,
like,
the first couple times
awesome.
he showed up, I was like, oh, that sucks, but I got it.
Yeah.
And genuinely
like, this is a big deal.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
I get it. Like, a sitting president is at a UFC event.
Right.
That's a big deal. However you feel about Donald Trump, it was a big deal that a sitting president showed up to something like that. So I get it.
He's out there sitting.
He's just sitting.
Yeah.
He's sitting. He's a sitting president, and he's sitting.
Yep. And then he starts wheeling out Elon and his kid.
Then it got to that point, and it was like,
huh?
what are we
What's
doing?
going on?
What are we doing?
They got Kash Patel just like staring at the floor.
Yeah, he's just like, I don't even know what
we're doing here.
And it's that I guess is the real question, is like, when it's shit like that, very clearly a political move, you don't feel even a little manipulated or taken advantage of when they come to your thing. They invade your thing with politics, because that's all we ever heard was get politics out of our sports. Yeah. And now Donald Trump showing up to a UFC event is not. I mean, it is inherently political because he's a politician and he's the president, but. Right. It's not as bad as his entire cabinet showing up. And you, as the fan, you're supposed to go, yeah, sure, Tulsi Gabbard definitely loves the UFC.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't feel gross to you even a little bit. And
right.
that's my question, really.
Yeah.
Because at this point, when I watch it, I wait and I'll rewatch, like, old events. And I'll just fast forward through and get to the fights and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just getting harder and harder because like they cut to him as there is a first of all, there's a camera on him at all times. They have a dedicated Donald Trump camera.
And as you expect, they have him in the front row.
Yeah.
You can see him most of the time.
Almost every time there's during the fight you can see him. And I don't know, man. Like I'm working out. And in between sets, I find myself having to fast forward because I just want to get to the fight. I want to get a little bit of motivation. I see these guys kicking each other's asses, and I'm like, I want to look like one of these guys.
Sure.
And then I see fat fucking Donald Trump, and I'm like, I don't want to look like him. I don't aspire to look like that guy. You know, when they cut to people in the crowd, they cut to like, Pereira, and they cut to fucking Gagey, and they cut to like Khabib and shit like that.
Doing this.
Then they're always doing this, and then they do a little shadow boxing toward the camera, and you're like, The last one is when they announced that Mark Kerr was going to be in the Hall of Fame, and they cut to Mark Kerr, and it's like, he looks great.
Yeah,
I'm so happy that he looks good right now. He looks healthy and happy. That's amazing. That's the kind of shit I want to see. Yeah. I want to see legends looking good. I want to see fighters looking good,
right?
And then I want to see the card girls going, and then they sit down and then they wave, and that's the kind of shit that I want to see, man.
Thank you, Brooklyn.
So so funny. Anik always does that.
Yeah,
that's the kind of shit that I want to see, man. That's the kind of shit that That's why I turn on the fucking UFC.
Yeah.
And then, when I play it for friends, if we ever get a UFC card, when we buy it. And I have friends over and we watch it. That's the kind we're all just groaning every time. It's like, here we again, dude, with this bullshit.
It is getting in the way, and I think that I think they're willing to purge people because of that friendship, and again, like I don't think it has anything to do with actually being strategic, actually thinking about, the old trope of or the mantra, I should say, of MJ saying like, well, Republicans buy shoes too.
Right. I'm not black, I'm OJ.
Right. That kind of thing. Pushing that to the side for this, he's not thinking of that at all. It's not, and you would think that the capitalistic instincts would kick in at some point and being like, we should probably, not have Trump every single time.
Well, maybe we just don't buy enough pay-per-views. That's got to be it. That's got to be it. We just don't buy enough, and we don't show up enough.
Yeah.
But it's not, and again, to sound like, one of those guys, it's not really a safe space for a bunch of liberals to show up and boo Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Bill Burr's wife flicked him off once, and it was a media sensation for like a week and a half.
So many N-words. Who would think?
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
So it's not really an opportunity for, and maybe that's the way that they like it. They're like, fuck you.
Sure. They want to keep that space to themselves, then fine. They don't need my money.
Right.
It's just unfortunate because I enjoy the sport.
Yeah.
I grew up with it.
Yeah.
I feel like I should be able to continue enjoying it without having politics shoved down my throat.
Why don't you just shut up and dribble?
Right.
Each other's heads off the canvas.
Ground and pound. That's what it's called. Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, I'll keep watching, but begrudgingly. And
I mean, I'll check in, but if it's one of those, because I used to think if he showed up to an event, or rather, if they had an event in the South, then definitely he was going to be there. Tampa, Miami, stuff like that. I'm like, oh yeah, he's for sure going to be there. But this one was in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And he showed up to a thunderous applause.
Well, it's close enough to New York, and
but if he went
still has a lot of fans in New York.
Yeah, I guess.
Not as much as you would think, but enough.
I think if he went to if it was in California, they know not to
California.
do California.
Yeah.
The
governor.
governor of
The
California.
governor.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know where's 317 going to be.
Yo, 360.
Ilya Taporia versus Dustin Poirier.
Poirier.
Right?
Poirier.
Or Taporia just beat Charles Oliveira.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So 317 is it's hold on. No, it's Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier. In Poirier's last. No, sorry. That was 317. Taporia
Okay,
and Oliveira was
so.
317.
I thought so, yeah.
What's 318? People who know UFC are going to be like, you talked for like an hour about this, Yeah, 318 is Poirier and Holloway. Okay, so that one is going to be in New Orleans.
Nolans.
The Smoothie King Center.
Oh, wonderful.
Capitalism.
I love the Smoothie
You don't
King
get any catchy names for your arenas.
No.
They all have to be just a business named after a business.
Yeah.
The Smoothie King Center in New Orleans.
Nolans.
Oh, of course, because it's Poirier's last fight.
Of
It's going to be in
course,
New
they
Orleans.
had to. I
It's
hope they give him
going to
like
be for the BMF title.
There
This
you
is
go.
a good card. You got Kevin Holland fighting again. He's coming off a dub. I just watched 316. Watched him choke somebody out. Paulo Costa is going to be good. Michael Johnson. You have the main event with Holloway and Poirier. I hope that Holloway goes over. I just can't watch him lose, Yeah. I don't like watching him lose. And, your last fight, in wrestling, you lose your last fight. You put the other guy over. That's what you're supposed to do.
It's the handoff.
Yeah.
The baton handoff.
But when in a real fight, obviously, it's like, somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose.
I will try to beat you as much as possible.
But is it more poetic for him to win and be the BMF and then retire? Or, he's obviously... In wrestling, you put a guy over to show respect to the next generation.
Yeah.
But in fighting, it's like, well, you just... All it proves is that you should have retired earlier.
Yeah. You never want to lose your last match.
No, you want to win that. That.
It almost always happens. Because
But it's Holloway.
I know. But these kind of guys, these competitors, these real ass competitors,
These real Americans.
they stick around too long. They always do.
Always do.
They can't stay away.
Poirier looks good, though. He's
No,
continued to look
I'm not
good.
saying specifically about him, but I'm saying generally. That's why, all the legends, essentially, they rarely go out on top.
Yeah.
They usually stick around a little too long. They get beat 2 or 3 times, and they're like, okay, gonna hang it up now.
Yeah. Unless you're John Jones.
Yeah. Then you allegedly get into a car accident again and run away.
Not allegedly.
We'll let the courts decide that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
What a disappointment.
It's only liable if it's written.
Oh, really?
Okay. I think that's it.
I think that's it, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we got 2 more things, and you know what they are, kids. First and foremost, we got to do the cheers of the week because this has been a little bit of a downer. So let's bring it back up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So, Obi, you want to tell the people what your cheers of the week is?
I would love to. My cheers of the week goes to Death Stranding 2. On the Beach, apparently, is what the subtitle is.
On the beach.
On the beach.
I think we did that bit.
On the beach. Yeah, probably. We're very predictable. Yeah, I had obviously played Death Stranding 1. Enjoyed it. Very good game. Kind of divisive, though. A lot of people did not get into Death Stranding.
I'm seeing more and more people talk about the ridiculousness of Kojima's writing.
Yeah.
In a disparaging way.
Oh, really?
And it's upsetting me because that is the charm of his writing.
Yes,
is
yes,
how
yes.
insane it is.
Those are not real ballers.
No, they don't know ball.
Yeah,
at all.
Absolutely not. So, if you don't know, Death Stranding, written and created by Hideo Kojima, best known for Metal Gear, the entire series. What makes those games, and this one included, so special is that it feels like an American movie directed by a Japanese guy who doesn't know English.
Yes, that's exactly what Metal Gear Solid feels like, the whole series.
Yeah.
Like a guy who's consumed a lot of American film,
Yes.
but doesn't quite get them.
And brings his own thing and his own culture into it in this wholly unique mishmash of American military culture and Japanese anime aesthetic, along with just this very unique, like, kitsch that's hard to define. But once you start understanding, like, the prose of it and, like, the poetry, if you will, of what he's doing, once you lock in on that, it's like, it's really hard to beat. Death Stranding 1 is a great game. Death Stranding 2, like, takes what that was, and it's kind of cliche to say, but, like, makes it all better. Like, takes what was there and just improves upon the entire thing. And I feel like it is gonna rank high on my end of the year list for games.
Okay.
So, and like the point that I realized, like, it was starting to consume me was that I would stop playing and keep thinking about it. And keep thinking about, like, how I would overcome something that was ahead of me. Because there was such a perfect gameplay loop of, like, getting an order request. The game is about essentially being a delivery person. You deliver things however which way you can. Anytime you get an order, you're able to map out exactly how you'll get to the place you're trying to deliver your thing to. I would sometimes stop before I would deliver, but I would get the package, and then I'd map it out, and then I would stop playing, and then I would think afterwards of, like, I could go around the mountain, but that would take more time.
Yeah.
But it'd be easier. But I saw that there's a bandit camp in my way there, so maybe it'd be worth it just to climb the mountain. But then I have to carry, ladders and ropes and outfit myself with a bunch of stuff, like carrying mountain gear. Gear. So I don't know, which way should I go about it? And I would think about it after I was done playing it.
Right.
And that's how I could tell, like, the game is really, like, seeping into my subconscious. And there were times early on where I felt a little overwhelmed, where I'm like this is, it's not hard, but it's like it's a little overwhelming. Because there's, like, so many ways to do anything you do.
Yeah.
And every single time I felt that way, whenever I made the next delivery, I would be given something that would make it easier and more interesting. So, like, I was like, it kind of sucks having to, like, run everywhere. And then immediately I got, like, a motorcycle. I'm like, okay, cool. But the motorcycle can't go over, like, mountains and stuff. And then I got this, like, bigger truck that can carry a bunch of stuff. And I was like, okay, that's cool, but I have to, like, get out of the truck every time I need to pick up a package, or, like, there's, like, little packages lined around that are lost from other people online that play the game. And so I'm like, that kind of sucks. I have to, like, get out of my truck every time I want to pick something up. And then I got this little sticky gun that shoots out in the truck that grabs packages for you. Right. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. But then what if, like, an enemy comes around and they start shooting me? And then I got this Gatling gun on the truck, and I'm like, okay, like, now this is perfect. And then I was like, well, I can't make a truck right now. I don't have enough, like, ability to do that. And then I saw a truck left there by somebody online, and I picked that truck up, and that's been my truck the rest of the game so far.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
So, yeah. And you can give people thumbs up on your touchpad. You just smash the touchpad to give people thumbs up. It's like its own little social media. It's
there it is again, rearing its ugly head.
It is It is a game about social media, and but also the downsides of connecting on the internet.
Yeah.
So really great. Some of the best graphics I've ever seen, and I'm playing it on a base PS5. Yeah, I think Kojima is continuing to cook, and I'm so happy that he is not lost a step as he continues to, evolutionize and revolutionize the way we play games. So highly recommend Death Stranding 2.
All right.
On the beach.
On the beach. My cheers of the week is going to Bob Vylan. Officially this time. We talked about their Glastonbury set.
Yeah.
And we talked at length about the consequences and everything therein.
Yes.
And I had listened to maybe like half an album. I've now done like the full research.
Yeah.
I've listened to all of their stuff. I've watched some of their videos. I've read their Wikipedia page. I've done the research.
Bobby Vylan 1 and Bobby Vylan 2.
And I can firmly say that I am a huge fan now.
Nice.
And I think that this episode has been political.
Sure.
So
Yes.
I'm not getting away from anything that we've talked about in this episode. Saying death to individual members of the IDF obviously is massively problematic.
Yeah.
I don't wish death on any one person. Mm-hmm. But death to the idea of a military presence that is oppressing people, especially brown people, I can get behind.
Yeah.
And it's not just that. It's like these guys, they talk about Brexit, they talk about Black Lives Matter,
Growing up poor.
They talk about, they have a song called Health is Wealth where they talk about literally just being healthier. Reminded me a lot of Dead Prez. If you've never listened to Dead Prez, like you're doing yourself a disservice, number one. And number two, they have a lot of the same kind of ethos of fight for your rights. You need to get healthy because nobody else is going to get you healthy.
Yeah.
And you need to be ready for when they come to your door. And you need to be ready for when the revolution comes, because it's not gonna be televised. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And they gave me a lot of Public Enemy, Rage Against the Machine, Dead Prez vibes.
Same.
I am so in on these dudes, man.
But so from the ethos of Britain.
Yeah,
and
very much.
The soundscape, the topics, like the point of view of the topics.
Yeah,
very British.
Yes,
inherently very British. Which took me a second to kind of wrap my head around and be like, all right, I've acclimated to the sound.
To
and
me,
I'm like,
though,
okay.
It makes me. I feel like when I listen to it, I'm like, okay, I'm getting the same kind of perspective.
Yeah.
Across the pond.
Yes.
And the stuff that I'm like, okay. It doesn't make me feel good, but I'm like, okay, they're over there and they're dealing with the same shit.
Stuff, yeah.
And this is the way that he has expressed dealing with those things.
Yeah.
And it's awesome, man.
Yeah.
And not only that, but just the music that they make is dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Man. It's dope as fuck.
Agreed.
People will say that I saw a lot of like comparisons to, like, if you like Idols, you will like Bob Vylan. But I saw Bob Vylan criticizing Idols for not speaking up about George Floyd. Yeah. And I was like, I didn't know that occurred. And I'm on the side of Bob Vylan here.
Yeah.
Even though I'm a big Idols fan, I'm disappointed that
I
Idols
remember
didn't
that. I remember
step
that
up
being a thing, where I think we talked about it really briefly one time.
On the show? Or maybe just in real life?
No, I think it was in real life. It's hard to tell. Hard to tell nowadays.
They bleed into each other.
They do. But yeah, I remember. And I can see the comparison, but it's definitely like in hindsight, especially with comparison, I feel like Bob Vylan is saying things that like Idols is getting at in a more roundabout way and being a little more safe about.
Yeah.
Which is fine, whatever. But I respect the hell out of Bob Vylan being so confrontational and really in a way that I can only compare to like Rage.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and listening to their music, it's also shocking that Glastonbury wasn't prepared for them to do something.
Which again, I'm underlining the fact that they knew.
They had to know, dude. They had to know.
They 100% knew.
Or you were like completely ignorant and you were just looking at Spotify numbers, which again just highlights the evil of just looking at statistics when it comes to stuff like this.
If that was the case, they deserved it.
Well, so yes, they did. And after after all of the controversy, their album shot back to number one.
I saw their statement online. It's like, clearly people aren't trying to cancel us. Like, we're doing fine.
Oh, yeah. When people are like, I saw one article that was like, Bob Vylan's career is over. And it's like,
no, it's not.
Well, you juxtapose that with the fact that their album is number one right now. And it's kind of hard to not view you as like a wing of the right.
Yeah, sure.
Or
having your own motivations to be saying this.
It's clear that there's an agenda here for you to be like, their career is over. Is it though?
Right.
Because like I haven't heard more people talk about them.
Yeah. I mean, this has only been good publicity for them, which leads me to believe that what they said is in fact not that controversial.
No. And I didn't even like. I'll just be completely transparent. I didn't even know who they was. I didn't know anything about them. I saw their name and I was like, that's a cool stage name. Bob Vylan is a cool stage name. And that was it. That was the only thought that I had about them.
Yeah.
And now my opinion has completely changed.
And now you know.
So that's that. One more time. Review these beers.
Let's do it.
Okay. Well, from the Victory Brewing Co., it's the Witty Monkey, a 9.5 ABV citrus wheat ale. What did you think, Obi?
For me, this is a 4.
Yeah.
It, honestly, on first sip, was thinking more of a 3.
Ooh.
And it's just because it...
But now that you're...
Yeah, no, exactly. No, it bangs you over the head. It's not subtle in any way.
No.
With both the alcohol content and the flavors.
Yeah.
So I didn't find there's sort of a bitter kick at the tail end of the flavor profile that I found not so enjoyable. And on top of that, I didn't find any complexity within the sweetness of it either. So like you said, it's like candy, but it's almost like those zebra stripe gum pieces that
chew on them for 30 seconds.
It's like you get a little bit of something and then you're like, oh, that's sweet, and then gone.
Yeah.
And the underlying flavor is booze.
Yeah.
Which isn't very complex, or I would say overall it like enjoyable in a sense of like trying to find flavors within it. It is like a bat to the head. Yeah. And I feel like that's kind of what they were going for, so I bump it up a bit for that as well. But also, like once my taste buds got acclimated to it after the first like 4 or 5 sips, it kind of coasted for me in a way that I'm getting more of that, I guess more of that orange flavor. The more the orange flavor as opposed to the orange peel, which I wasn't really a big fan of. Yes. And I mean, the wheat element of this, nothing to be found. Nothing to be found. So yeah, it's 4. It's 4. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
4.
It's
pretty good.
It's fine.
Pretty good.
It is pretty good. If I saw this at a party, or if somebody like wheeled this out and was like, "Yo, this is my favorite beer right here. I got the Witty Monkey," I'd be like, "Okay, you need
help,
better." Yeah, but I will drink it.
Yeah,
but I think maybe this beer would probably do well to have been like a 4.5 to 5%
Yeah.
ale,
I
right?
agree. I rarely would agree with that, but I do. I think this needs to be like a 5.5 maybe.
Yeah, because that booze really takes over. It's very, very sweet. Like shockingly sweet, actually.
Yeah.
When you drink it, I was taken aback at how sweet it was.
Yes, agreed.
I will say, and maybe it's because it's 9.5. We fucking flew through these.
Yeah.
We drank the shit out of them.
It's true. That's true.
I very rarely finish all 3 of my allotted of the 6-pack before we finish the show.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm like ready to down this. And I think that has more to do with the alcoholism that I am dealing with.
Yeah.
But this didn't help.
Yeah.
And I should say, did help, facilitated that. Was easier drinking. Once you get past the first one and you've got that 10% wheat ale in you, and you're like, you know what? The engine's revving. I've just got my oil changed. That's when you have another one and you're like, you know what? Maybe it goes from a 3 to a 4.
4, yeah.
So
yeah.
I am going to agree with you. It's a unanimous 4.
Bonus points for getting us drunk. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we needed it for this political.
You want a political podcast?
yeah.
Here you go. You want us to share how we really feel about
feed us
things?
9.5% beers.
Yeah. All right. You think we got it?
I know we got it.
Well, if Obi says we got it, then this episode is over. This has been the One Beer In podcast for myself, Marco Dupa, and for Adam Obesius Rodriguez.
Yeah, buddy.
Thank you guys for listening. Drink delicious beer and have yourself a beautiful evening. We love you.